This is episode number 31, 4 steps to change your behavior for weight loss. Okay everybody, welcome to another episode here in Body and Mind Transformation by Custom Body Fitness. This is Sandro Torres, your health coach, and today we're going to be talking about 4 steps for you to be able to change your behavior to achieve weight loss. And before I start with the introduction, I just want to let you know that I just had my vacation last week and it was a very good vacation. I went to Hidalgo, Mexico to some hot springs. They're amazing. The color of the river is blue. It's wonderful. But I make a couple wrong choices. I don't drink. It has been like 14 years since I stopped drinking, and because I don't see the benefit of drinking at all. But I try and drink cold pulque, which is some fermented liquid from agave, which make me drunk. And the next day I was hangover, and honestly the conclusion I made is how people can live drinking every day or every weekend. It takes all your energy. I remember the next day I had no energy, only for having a couple of glasses of that drink. It was and it's not a strong drink. I mean, it's very light, but it still has alcohol, and it was very difficult for me to walk. If you get accustomed to drinking, just think about all the energy that you're wasting and trying to recuperate every single time you have a glass, 2 glasses of wine. It must be very difficult. Imagine all the energy that you can have if you don't drink. The other wrong choice I made is eat the wrong food, and I had diarrhea. I don't know if it was because of the food or the pulque, but once again, my energy was gone. So you enjoy your life better when you have a lot of energy. So don't make the wrong choices. And believe me, I never gonna have or try any alcoholic drink in my life again. I confirm my belief, and that's it. Anyway, if you struggle with any of those behaviors that you try to change and you find it difficult, this is a good video for you. I'm going to show you a couple of steps that you can use in your life to change your behavior. So without further introduction, let's listen to the talk. At CBF, we know that for you to change your body, you need to change your mind. Exercise and eating healthy is only part of the plan. We care about our members as we care about our family, because our members become our family. It is not about competition, but support. It is not about being the strongest or the fastest, but about you defeating your negative self. It is about working together and making the task challenging and have fun. By the end, what matters is not how hard the session was, but that you take control of your mind so you can take control of your body. My name is Sandro Torres, and I'm happy you are part of our family. Welcome to Custom Body Fitness. Just like any other confidential video, I'm gonna be using a fictitious name in this video. Maria came to see me, and she told me that the reason why she was there is because her son told her to come and see me because she needed to do something for her. She didn't accept that she came to me because she wanted to lose weight. I find that out as we continue with the conversation, and as I continue training her. I don't know why she didn't want to accept that she wanted to lose weight and transform her body. It could be because she was embarrassed to accept that, or another reason could be because she didn't believe it was possible for her to do it. The first step for you to change your old habit to a new habit that is going to help you lose weight is to believe. if you don't believe you can do it, if your mind is not set for you to understand that it's possible for you to lose weight, it's gonna be close to impossible or impossible for you to lose weight. And the reason is because you're not gonna do the necessary things, which means changing your habits for you to lose weight, because your brain is sending the signal to your body that it's not possible. And because it's not possible, you're gonna tell yourself, why wasting my time, why going to exercise, why eating healthy, why making this change, or so on. You're gonna come up with all kind of excuses not to do the necessary things for you to change and transform your body. So I want you to keep in mind that the first thing for you to change your bad habit for a good habit, whatever it is, you need to believe. Maria has done diets back in the past. She even done liposuction to be able to lose weight. Her belief was that once she removed the extra fat that she had, she's not gonna gain the fat back, because she thought it was something genetic. She thought it was something that she can just get rid of the fat, then she's not gonna gain the weight back. The bad news is that she regained the weight back. So not only her stomach, but she also gained weight on her back of her arms, on her back and her shoulders and her boobs. So her body started being a little, it transformed in a bad way, because now she looked like a big guy because of all those parts that she was gaining fat, because they removed the cells from the stomach, even though she continues to have cells in the stomach, which does get fatter. Now the body is it's finding the way to put the weight back that she had because of the bad habits that she was having. So she regained that extra fat that she can put in the stomach back in her arms, shoulders, and back. The next step after belief is why it's important for you to lose weight. Now, why do you want to lose weight? Be very specific, and you want to clarify that, and you want to be very honest with it. The more honest you are with yourself, and the deeper you dig into that hole and understand why, the more motivated and the more passionate you're gonna be to exercise and eat healthy. Because now losing weight is not the reason why you want to do this. Now once you find out the why, you're gonna be passionate because you understand there is an emotional value in that. For example, it could be because you want to be attractive. It could be because you want to find a mate. It could be because you had a heart attack and you notice that soon you're gonna die if you don't want to take care of yourself, and you really is not, maybe it's not because you don't want to die, maybe it's not for you, it's not that emotional, but maybe your grandkids or your son, you don't want to leave your grandkids behind you, or your son or your daughter behind, and you want to be there for them, and that gets emotional. So really, you don't want to lose weight just for losing weight. You don't want to lose weight to avoid a heart attack. You don't want to lose weight because you don't want to die. You really want to lose weight because you want to enjoy your family, which is your grandkids or your son or your daughter. So that's a deeper motivation right there. And now, for example, for Maria, she wants to have an attractive body. She wants to feel comfortable with herself. She wants to fit in the clothes that she had before. She didn't want to feel like she was gaining weight. She didn't want to have that extra fat in her upper body the way she was gaining the weight back. So she didn't really want to lose weight. She wanted to look better. She wanted to feel self-confident. She wanted to portray a healthy body. So that gives her the motivation. So the second thing you want to do is find out why you want to do it. After a while there was training Maria, a couple months, 3-4 months later, she relapsed. She started to do an old pattern that she had back in the past. Instead of coming to the gym and exercise, she would go home with her sister, start baking, and then after finish baking, eating all the goodies. She is a business owner, and therefore when in her business she gets very stressed. But later she wants to get rid of that stress. She wants to forget about everything, and the way she can do that is by baking with her sister. That gives her the release, the stress release that she's looking for. So it's very easy for her to think, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna start baking with my sister, I'm gonna get rid of this stress, and then I'm gonna enjoy the day. However, when she was exercising, she also got the same feeling. She got rid of the stress. She had a feeling of accomplishment. She had the same feeling in baking with her sister. The only difference that she was focusing on the difficulties of exercise. She's not different than you and I. When we go exercise, it gets difficult. We think about all the difficulties, but we don't think about the reward that we get in the end. We don't really think about, okay, the prime reward, like what I'm gonna get about this exercise. The prime reward is like I'm gonna release my stress, and at the same time I'm gonna have that feeling of accomplishment. So Maria instead thought about the same thing, but baking and hanging out with her sister is not difficult at all. It's not difficult. So she decided to do that because also she got that self of accomplishment and also get rid of stress. However, she wasn't thinking about the long-term consequences. So the short-term consequences is exercise equals release stress and self-accomplishment. Baking with her sister release stress and self-accomplishment. That's the prompt results of the same behavior. However, the long-term results, that's when you need to take into consideration. The long-term results of baking with my sister and eating the goodies is gaining weight in a couple months. She's gonna start gaining weight right away, but she's gonna notice it in a couple months, which that's what she needs to see. And now in the exercise, long-term results. Exercise equals weight loss, body transformation, better health. So now she needs to think about the long-term results. So the next point for you to change your behavior, for you to lose weight loss behavior, right? It's find your pattern, see the reward, and follow the right behavior. And this example is the trigger is work being stressful. She needs to do something to get rid of the stress. Now we need to see the behavior. Instead of she baking, the behavior is exercising. She needs to be wise and choose that behavior because she's gonna see results in the long term. Anyway, every 6 weeks I assess my clients. Maria is a great example. We sit and discuss what's going on because she regained some of the weight, and then we talk about it, and I found that pattern and I say, this is what's going on, we need to come up with a plan. So we come up with a plan so she continues seeing great results. As I do with all my members, I'm very straightforward with them. So I did tell her what was a mistake and she needed to fix it. And she gladly, in the beginning she was a little upset because I was straightforward with what she needed to fix, but gladly in the future she thanked me because I approached that issue and she changed it, and now she's been with us for 2 years and she has seen great results. She's super happy with the results. So that point is find the pattern, change it to the habit that you want to get the habit that is going to give you the results for the weight loss. So every 6 weeks, like I mentioned, I assess my clients like I do with Maria. But when we not only talk about the issue, we want to create a plan to make sure that we approach the issue, so we can get results the next time. So the next point and the last one is create a plan for when you relapse. So here is a great example. Let's say you are a drinker and you have 3 drinks every night. Not only you adding those extra empty calories from the alcohol, but at the same time, alcohol is making you eat more. So you overeat, you end up eating more calories than you're supposed to. And you relapse into alcohol, and you understand that that's an issue. So we don't just only go and find out the issue, okay, you have to stop drinking. No. We need to come up with a plan. Okay, what are the options? The options could be buy a bottle of wine if you drink wine. Instead of having 3 drinks, buy one a week. It comes, you get 4 glasses of wine. You can split that. Instead of getting 4 glasses of wine out of a bottle, you can get 7 or you can get 4, but drink only that during the week. You can substitute wine for sparkling water. You can start drinking homemade juice at home and substitute that. You can there is many things, many plans you can come up with and start approaching that issue little by little. In case that you relapse, for example, let's say you drink those glasses of wine because your job is very stressful. Just like Maria, that her job is very stressful, she decided to start baking. She needed to find that issue to do something different. Also, for example, if you drink and you're drinking because you're stressed and you need to talk to somebody, maybe you call your friend and start talking to your friend and think, why is the reason that you're drinking? Because any habit is triggered by something. So it's either because you eating and that's the way you're drinking and you enjoying your food because you've been doing that for such a period of time, or it's because work is very stressful and at night you drink so you forget about everything, but you really need to talk to somebody. Or maybe it's because you miss you want to have a kind of like a sweet wine and you like the sweetness, so that's the reason why the juice. So there is many reasons why you have that pattern. So whatever it is, come up with a new plan and find out what you can do to change that behavior. So that's the last step. So those are the 4 steps. Let's summarize it. The first one, you need to believe. If you don't believe, it's not gonna happen. Simply, it's not gonna happen. You believe it's gonna stop you. You need to find out why. If you find out why, the reason why your passion to exercise and eat healthy and lose weight, it's gonna be very strong. If you don't find your why, any obstacle out there, it's gonna stop you. 3, find the pattern. Once you find the pattern, change it. Stress, baking with my sister, stress relief. Stress, exercise, stress relief. That's a pattern. You want to change that pattern only by changing the behavior and keeping the beginning and the end, because that's going to be there every time when you choose the right behavior. And the last one, create a plan in case that you relapse, because you are going to relapse. I'm not pessimist, but I'm honest. And people relapse because we are human beings and we are addicted to these behaviors. So have a plan set up for you. When you relapse, you're ready, so you don't stay down there. You get on your feet and you continue moving forward. So there you have a 4 step to change your habit for weight loss. Thank you so much for continue following us. I hope you like this talk and share this with your friends. Thank you. So let's go over the important points. If you don't believe, it's not gonna happen. It's just gonna be impossible. You need to believe, and I already mentioned why. So make sure when you start changing your behavior, go fall in and believe it's gonna happen. Just trust the process. The second thing is find out your why. If you find out your why, your passion to change, it's gonna be no problem, because you're not gonna make any excuses because you know the reason. And remember, the why is not right in front. You have to continue digging to find out the real reason why you want to change. The third point is, when you go exercise, you think about the difficulty of exercises. Stop focusing on that and think about the prompt reward and the long-term reward. Now the next one is take into consideration the results of the long term. Like I said, all the you can think about the short term with both behavior are gonna give you the same reward, but when you focus on the long term, you're gonna be able to distinguish between the bad behavior and the good behavior, and of course, because of the long term results, you're gonna choose the good behavior. Come up with a plan. You need to come up with a plan in case that you relapse. My hope is for you not to relapse, but most likely you will relapse. So you need to come up with a plan so you get it back into your feet and continue with your new behavior. So there you have the summary. I hope you enjoy this talk. Please share it with anybody who needs this information to change. Think about your parents, think about your kids, think about your neighbor, think about your brother, think about anybody who needs this information and share it with that person. You do them a favor, and also you do me a favor to grow this channel. And thank you so much for continue following us, and I'll be tuning in the next episode.